Hey, so I'm Alex. I started tea about a week ago, and I figured I would start making videos, basically tracking my progress, I guess, but sort of to share so other people have an idea of what it is, especially towards the beginning, because when I was looking for resources, there was not a lot on the first week or two, so I felt like I was kind of going in blind there. So yeah, today's Tuesday. I got my first shot exactly a week ago. I got my second one last night. 6 days instead of 7. So I'm technically starting week 2 now, but I'm going to do a video for week 1. Um, Starting with the injection, because that's the part I had the most questions about and the least resources. It's very small. The syringe is shorter than this pen, and the needle is extremely tiny. It's like maybe a sewing needle, maybe smaller. It doesn't hurt a lot. It's not a huge injection, not a lot of fluid. It goes in the muscle, so if you pretend this is my leg, my knee goes that way, but you pretend this is my leg, you just right there, few seconds, super easy, doesn't hurt much. It's like a tiny pinch. Do not stress about it. You're gonna stress about it anyways, but it's okay. It's cool. Um, I actually, I had my period when I started mine. Didn't think about it until I'd actually gotten the shot, left the doctor's office, and realized that was something I probably should have asked my doctor about. It didn't cause me any problems, but I do suggest that if you are on yours or you think you're going to be on yours, when you schedule your first injection, you do talk to your doctor about it a little bit, especially if, like, my period's always been pretty easy to deal with, so if yours isn't, I would definitely say talk to your doctor and be like, hey, is it okay if I start while I'm on this, or is it gonna, give me awful cramps? Um, Speaking of cramps, moving on to the effects of this, that's a thing I didn't know about until the night I got mine. So, I got my shot, and then that night I was going to bed and I got this awful foot cramp. And I was like, that's weird. I haven't gotten a foot cramp in forever. So I was like, maybe it's a T thing. So I looked it up, and it is, which I had not heard before, but it is. I haven't actually had any since. I've increased the protein in my diet since that happened, and I've been drinking a lot more water and keeping track of that. And it's also made the sore muscles a lot easier to deal with, because that's a thing. You know, your body is got all this testosterone, and it's like, well, I guess it's muscle time. So it's adjusting all of your muscles, and it's sore, it's tiring. I slept a lot. So extra extra water, extra protein helps with that a lot. At least I've noticed. So that's my suggestion for your dietary intake when you start this. Warm baths too. If you notice my dog, if you notice that your joints and your muscles are sore, warm baths. Like, it's super common exercise suggestion, but it works. Like, just sink yourself in the tub for a while. It helps. Um, so the first effect I noticed, other than that muscle cramp, was clitoral growth. It happens fast. Everyone's like, yeah, it's like one of the first things that happens, and I was like, yeah, okay. I didn't think after my first injection it would be like I'd notice it, but it did. The first couple days it was almost like doubled in growth. So don't think like, oh, it'll be a couple weeks and then stuff will start to happen. Like it happens. Like, it's not done growing, obviously, but it starts pretty fast. If you have a serious problem with dysphoria for your genital area, it might be a little bit harder to deal with in that way. So, I mean, just sort of mentally prepare yourself for that. Like, it's exciting, it's great, but if it's a serious issue for you, then you kind of want to, talk to yourself about it, basically. Um, Headaches were another thing that I didn't hear about beforehand. My doctor mentioned it actually the day I went in for my injection. I was like, hey, is there any, immediate effects I should, know about? Like, am I gonna, go home and, break out into, massive acne? Like, what are the immediate effects I should probably be looking out for? And she was like, headaches. Like, you're gonna get headaches. And I was like, oh, that's not something I'd heard before, but I did. I had a solid week of headaches. Ibuprofen helps, again, with the water. should help. Yes, you're very cute. Yeah, I mean, I'm on antidepressants, so I wasn't sure I should be taking ibuprofen, but she said it was fine, and it was fine, clearly. I'm right here. So, keeps them on hand. I was definitely a little bit more irritable, probably still am, but, you're a monster. But yeah, like, that's something everybody tells you about. My mom was all worried about it. She's like, oh, you're gonna be so angry. Like, I'm not a new person. I'm still me. But yeah, I definitely noticed like my fuse is a little shorter. So being aware of that, especially if you're somebody who has an issue with patience or like attitude or what have you, definitely be aware of that. Because I mean, even people that I have endless patience for, I was like, stop talking, leave me alone, and I'd kind of catch myself and be like, nah, you're kind of being a jerk, man. Stop. Yeah, you too. You stop. Um, You're not gonna really notice a whole lot for hair growth. Like obviously I don't have my like 5 o'clock shadow going on. Like it's only been a week. I've noticed my leg hair actually is a little bit darker. It's usually a very pale color. I'm a person with very little leg hair, but I've noticed in the last day or two it's darker. It's not thicker or coarser or anything, but it's darkened in pigment. So that might be something I can tell you guys about next week. Who knows? Um, Otherwise though, like confidence. Like I've been in school and I'm just like more willing to talk to people. Like I just feel more comfortable talking to my classmates and stuff. And it's completely psychological. It's like a placebo effect. Like it's not like testosterone's gonna go into your body and be like, hey, let's go make some friends. But just having it and knowing that I have it is it's helped me a lot mentally. So that's hey, yeah. So that's a cool thing. And I mean I hope I don't sound like I'm like complaining about like the muscle soreness or headaches or whatever. Like they're small effects and I mean even when they don't feel great, it's this reminder for me that like, hey, you started testosterone, isn't that pretty sick? So even those I kind of look at in a positive light, which is not everyone's going to, of course, but I feel pretty cool about them. Um, yeah, I think that's about it for now. The cat decided that it's definitely it for now. Yeah, that's week 1. Good luck for all of you going out, getting your first shots. See you in a week.